Well, we will stay out in Oakland, and we're joined by Stephen A.Smith. When we last spoke, Stephen A., we talked about the basketball gods answering our prayers with a close game. All Tim Legler wanted to do was do a touch screen on a play that mattered in the final 2 minutes, and, of course, he's off tonight. And you're working, so tell me, how did the Rockets silence the loudest building in the NBA tonight?
Well, I'm just going to give all the credit in the world to Chris Paul. I know James Harden dropped 30. He showed up tonight. Obviously, they were struggling in the fourth quarter in terms of scoring points, but they defended exceptionally well. And CP3 made every play that mattered, finished with 27 points, shot 5 of 9 from three-point range. You got to give all the credit in the world. I said before the game, he had to step up. It wasn't just about James Harden. It was about CP3 showing up and reminding the world that he indeed is a superstar as well. Also take into account the fact that Andre Iguodala was out of this game. So you insert Nick Young off the bench, and he looked like straight garbage. He just did not show up. He looked absolutely awful. As a result, you had Steve Kerr looking and searching for a way to go to his bench. You had Looney in the game. You had Jordan Bell in the game and what have you. In the end, what it came down to, Kevin Durant was off shooting 9 of 24 from the field. Draymond Green had to log 45 minutes. He logged 43 minutes, and Steve Kerr basically went away from what works for him because you didn't have Andre Iguodala on the court to make key shots, but more importantly, to help you defend. Houston took advantage of it because they have one of the smartest players in the NBA in CP3, who's also a star, and that's why they won this game tonight. They've evened this series, and they have reclaimed home court advantage.
Stephen A., give it to me straight, and you always do, when it's 12-0, when the Rockets can't score for the first 6 minutes of the first quarter. What were your thoughts at that point?
I thought it was over. I went to the back of the media room. I grabbed some pretzels. Actually went to the stand, grabbed a hot dog, went in the back of the media room, watched it on television and said, damn, we came all the way here for this. It's over this early. They ain't even give us a half. I cannot believe that they're going to get blown out of this building this early. I thought a blowout was imminent because of how awful Houston looked coming out of the gate. They didn't seem ready to play. But lo and behold, Harden and CP3 got it going. You got some kind of a contribution from Eric Gordon. They defended all night long, and that really was the difference. Also, you got to remember, again, Kevin Durant wasn't on all night long. He shot like 1 of 5 from three-point range. He wasn't making any long-range jump shots. He made a few, but for the most part, Kevin Durant shooting 9 of 24. Remember, the first 2 games of this series, he averaged 37.5 on better than 55% shooting. This is a guy that religiously shoots over 50% in the postseason, gets it done, is incredibly efficient, but that wasn't the case tonight for some odd reason, and I think all of those things assisted in Golden State's demise.
At 12-0 in the first quarter, I also tweeted the game was over, and then I mentioned that my Twitter account was hacked to get me off there. In the third quarter, this had the feel of the Warriors' blowout. So Golden State, we know they're great in the third quarter. The building is rocking. Steph's doing the shimmy thing. And this had the feel of, hey, a 20-point win. And then all of a sudden, the fourth, it wasn't. How about the fourth quarter specifically, Stephen A.?
Well, again, Chris Paul set the tempo. He hit a couple of big-time shots. There was no doubt about it. Even when he was penetrating into the seams, he was finding the open man, and he helped build confidence, not just in Harden, but in Ariza, in Gordon. Clint Capella had converted the three-point play as well. Houston refused to go away, and ironically for a Mike D'Antoni team, I think the thing that stood out most was the way they were defending. All of a sudden, they got in lockdown mode. Steph Curry had 3 points in the fourth quarter. After the way he was playing in the third, you expected more from him. It wasn't there. Kevin Durant, it wasn't there for the most part all night long. Draymond Green is not somebody who scores for you, so you don't expect but so much from him. And Klay Thompson had injured that knee a little bit early in the game, actually in the first half, and even though he logged 39 minutes, he never seemed the same. But you're not going to make any excuses tonight. You're certainly not going to get anything from me. The Houston Rockets stepped up. They knew that they were on the brink of elimination. They lose this game, the series series is over. They played like it, played with guts, played with heart, showed up, didn't back down. Regardless of the adverse circumstances, they kept coming, and they delivered on what you expected from a team with James Harden and CP3 leading the way. That's why this series is tied. They've got home court advantage, and now we're about to find out what Golden State is made of, because I'm here to tell you, being in Houston for Game 2, that crowd is going to be rocking. The city is going to be ready. H-Town will step up, and we're going to see whether or not Golden State answers the call.
So the Rockets would never tell you prior to tonight, I think that they really believed, but I think after tonight, the team itself, I think they really believe they have the Warriors right where they want them. What do you expect in that Game 5?
Well, I don't think they would deny that. They do have them ready they want them. They've reclaimed home court advantage. It's a best 3 of series with the home court advantage being in our favor. I don't think the Rockets have any problem telling anybody that's exactly where they want to be right now. This is what it comes down to. This is the team that Daryl Morey built. He built this roster. He acquired James Harden in a trade, acquired Chris Paul in a trade last summer. All the supplementary parts around them he brought to this team. Got rid of Kevin McHale, brought in Mike D'Antoni, and never, ever, ever apologize for the fact that the Golden State Warriors were their target. They built this team looking to beat the Golden State Warriors, and now they're 2 wins away from a trip to the NBA Finals. And everybody knows you expect a champion to come out of the Western Conference. This is the NBA Finals in a lot of people's minds. Houston knew it, stepped up, answered the call, and now we're about to find out what Golden State is going to do.
Don't want to push our luck. Maybe 2 in a row. We get a close game tomorrow night in Boston.
Maybe. I think so.
All right.
I think that's what's going to happen. And let me tell you something. I'm not ruling out anything. The way this series is going right now, I'm just loving the fact that it's tied 2-2, and we've got ourselves a series. It's not a foregone conclusion what the outcome is going to be. I am very, very happy. Other people who don't care about that, they ain't traveling, getting stuck in airports with flight delays that last for hours. The list goes on and on. Stuck eating pretzels for a few hours because there's no damn food in the airport. They ain't stuck with that. I am. So I'm incredibly excited that we've got a very competitive conference finals. I'm loving it.
I'm sure Stephen A.Smith Airlines is parked right outside the arena for your private flight back to Houston.
I wish. I work for ESPN now. Stop that. Stop that. We know better.
Yeah, we do. Stephen A., we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
Sports Center on the road is confidently presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.